First of all, you don't know me.
We're all about that high school drama girl, all about them high school queens. We'll take you for a ride in our comic girl, drama girl, cheering for the right team. Drama queens, smart girl, rough girl, fashion but you're tough girl. You could sit with us, girl. Drama queens, drama queens, drama queens, drama queens, drama queens.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode. We've got all your burning questions, and we have answers that hopefully are better than mediocre. Okay. Jacqueline wants to know, in an emergency, which cast member are you listing as your emergency contact and why? Paul Johansson all the way. I feel like he's connected to so many people and he knows how to, he's one of those people that, again, is really good in an emergency situation. I feel like he'd be pretty good to handle whatever was going on. For me anyway, we're so close, so.
Yeah, I wouldn't do Paul because he probably just wouldn't answer the phone if I called.
That's not true.
I would, no, I'm kidding. Paul would answer the phone. He's a solid guy. I would go Tyler Hilton though, because he is my Paul Johansson.
Oh, I love that. I was going to say, see, this is where my brain is too literal. I'm like, well, in what city? Because obviously if I were home in Los Angeles, it would be Daphne. We live quite close to each other and she does have major maternal energy for me. But then I'm like, well, now I'm mostly on the East Coast and I am upstate now so often with all the kids because Sloan is so obsessed with George. Like, I can't explain to you how precious it is to watch two little girls. And I'm like, well, duh, Hilarie. Because by the way, like, she'd be able to tie a tourniquet if I needed to get to the hospital, but also knows like every doctor, she's one of those people too, who just like knows everybody that you would need in a crisis. Yeah. So yeah, I guess I have like big sister energy on one coast and mom energy on the other. That would be for me. DJ KJ, I want to know more. Is this a real DJ name? Is this a nickname? Are you planning to become a DJ? Not the question, but I just have questions. The DJ would like to know, though, besides the iconic Nathan and Haley kiss in the rain with Dare You to Move, what other scene stands out to you because of the perfect song choice?
Oh, what a great question.
It's really a good one. You know what I will say hit me in all the feels, and maybe it's because we just watched this episode for the show this week, but in episode 816, when we're having the very emotional will they or won't they moment with Brooke, Julian, and Chloe, I don't even remember the title of the song, but the episode ends with a Wreckers song, and Michelle's voice comes in. Whatever the lyrics are, I literally wrote down in my notes, perfect song choice. It's so emotional and it's so heartfelt and I don't know, it really emphasizes the stakes. So I think that's something our show did so well. Lindsay Wolfington always found the song that fit the moment.
I think Landslide, when the video was done, is
absolutely devastating.
Yeah. Such a winner for me too.
That also was so iconic because to get a song of that musical stature, it makes me realize that you could say at the end of Nathan and Haley's wedding back in season 3, having Led Zeppelin over the car crash. It's like, I mean, just iconic. That's right. So whether it's like a little scene that you won't really remember or something that'll stand out forever, like the car, Lydia, the kiss, the music can really hit you there.
All right. The dishwasher.
Cute.
Oh, okay, hold on. Is there a chance? This is from none other than Top Chef alum, superstar chef Kristen Tish. I'm going to tell myself it is. Big fan, Kristen. Thanks for writing in.
Oh, honey.
How did the crossover episode with Life Unexpected happen with Joy and Kate Vogel? Joy, can you talk to us about your experience doing the crossover episode? This is fascinating to me because I didn't realize this even happened.
Yes. So Life Unexpected was shooting up in Vancouver. They were in their, I don't know, second season.
Is that Chris
maybe?
Palaha?
It is. It's Chris's show. So that was the first time I met him. And Sherry Appleby was out there, and it was great. It was really, it was a good experience for me. I got to just go be away, actually, it was really good for me because it was the first time I had been away from the really toxic environment that I was in my personal life while I was shooting One Tree Hill that wasn't Wilmington. And I went completely on my own. Did I go completely on my own? Oh, no, wait, they sent somebody with me. Oh, God, never mind. Well, I remember it feeling pretty good because at least I was like away from everything that I was used to. So there was like just a nice freshness in the air. And I got to sing on the show and played guitar, and Kate came on and did a performance as well. I think I was 4 months pregnant, maybe. I don't remember a lot of it. I just remember going up to shoot. I remember meeting Chris, having a good time. They were shooting some big sort of music festival-y thing. Maybe Sheryl Crow was on the same episode. I don't know.
Was Kate on Life Unexpected?
No, but they sent us both up to do like a gig from like characters from Tree Hill coming out to their town to play ourselves, to play our characters on the road in another state. So it was fun. Yeah, I like that our show made space for doing all kinds of things like that, like concert tours on the road and crossover episodes. Did any of you guys ever do a crossover episode with another show? Because I know they were doing that a lot on the CW in particular at that time.
I did one with Cops, although that wasn't really planned for the show. It was just because of stealing a car with some friends, you know? No, I never did a crossover episode.
Okay.
Did you, Soph?
I want to say no. I don't think so. So if someone knows otherwise, write to us and jog my memory for me. No, I don't think I ever did anything as Brooke Davis, but I mean, my God, when I was working in the Dick Wolf universe, I lost track of how many crossover episodes I did in that space because they really made that. They made that part of their sort of must-see TV like arc. So it was a lot when I was doing that, but I don't remember doing a crossover episode for the CW. No.
Great question, Kristen Tish. Thanks for writing in. We love your work.
Anya is asking if your phone could only have one app for the rest of time, what would it be?
FaceTime.
That's a good question.
The easiest answer for me. If I had to give up every single app, I would just keep FaceTime. Mm-hmm.
I think I'd keep voice notes. I don't use FaceTime that often. I just like talking on the phone to people and their voices. But voice notes, like I've got to remember things. I write songs. I have ideas. I like work on my book and talk into my phone and build characters. And I use that all the time. Rob?
Ooh. I mean, the calendar.
That's funny.
I have parent brain, man. So if I don't have something written down, like I will forget it. So I think I'd be a mess without a calendar.
I would too. But if I had to pick, I'd go back to a paper calendar and I'd keep FaceTime. I like to see people, and we're always on the road. So, you know.
All right. Don't mess with Jess. Well done. Writes, asks, what's a totally normal thing that irrationally creeps you out? Wonderful question, Jess. I'm interested and excited to hear your answers.
Totally normal thing that irrationally creeps me out.
To say that irrationally creeps you out, like something that's creepy, that makes you uncomfortable, not something that irritates you, right?
Well, if it helps make it easier, it can be irrationally bothers you. Like, for example, because I don't have one off the top of my head, but I will say being sung to bothers me.
Yeah, it makes you very uncomfortable, doesn't it?
Yes, I feel like I have been, I'm now a hostage in a hostile situation where I have to sit there and nod and don't like it.
Okay. Something that some people would call totally normal that I find irrationally creepy, and I do mean creepy, is cottage cheese. I can't explain it. Thinking about it, like it makes me, well, it makes me feel so ill, and it like makes my skin crawl on the inside. Something that seems to have become totally normal in a world that is losing its manners, that irrationally or perhaps very rationally bothers me, is people either scrolling like TikTok or being on speakerphone with no headphones. Like,
oh yeah.
I have been on planes where people are just swiping through video apps. And it's like, we are trapped in a tin can together. You have to stop doing that. You can't subject everyone to the insane sounds with no picture or context. This is psychotic. And it's like, it's crazy. I'm like, what is going on over there? And it's as crazy to me as like people just walking around on speakerphone, talking at a volume 10. I'm like, you are in public. You need to use your inside voice.
Yeah.
Like, what is
I would
happening
say in
here?
that situation, Sophia, that is a totally irrational thing that justifiably creeps you out. Because that is so rude.
But you're saying it's irrational or it's rational?
No. The question was totally normal thing. I'm saying what you are describing is a totally unhinged, irrational thing to do. And your response to it is entirely understandable and justifiable.
You know what? Yeah. Thank you so much. I'm not the irrational one.
No, you are not.
I concur.
Thank you.
Drives me crazy. Crazy making.
Oh.
I guess your cottage cheese thing got me thinking. I do have a dairy issue. When people eat yogurt or ice cream and then they don't, when the spoon comes out of their mouth and there's still a little bit on it, I don't understand why you can't just lick all of it off. I really can't understand why there's still some and it's like the spittle that's a little connected to it, and it's still just dairy that has not been fully consumed in the moments that it needs to be is gross to me.
Perfect Joy answer. I love that.
I don't share ice cream. I can't deal.
No, it's too gooey for that. I gotta say, and I'm sure there will be people who get so mad about this, but like I do actually believe that, not dying of preventable disease is a good thing. Like this crazy resurgence, not everyone. Some people are being insane, being like, we should drink raw milk. I'm like, no, actually, you shouldn't. No one should do that. Don't poison yourself. To your point, dairy is more fragile than we like to admit. And I would super love for people not to die of, a modern version of dysentery. Let's just not. Finish your dairy and please sterilize it. Just sterilize it. Just don't gamble with yourself that way, Yeah.
It's like the raw meat trend. And it's like cave people used to do it. And it's like, cave people had an average life expectancy of 21 years. Like,
exactly.
Maybe that's not the model you want to follow.
Please don't.
I think there might be a difference if you're buying from Amish farmers, if you're buying from somebody who's like, exactly where the cow is from or where it's being brought up, and there's no pesticides, and there's no, I think there's a lot that depends on the context of it. But most of what we're fed in America is absolutely not safe for that.
Yeah, it's just, I'm hoping to push 90, So I'd like to leave the infectious disease on the side of the road, along with the people who don't finish their spoonfuls of ice cream for joy.
Please, you and your spoons, just take your spoons and get out.
Just take them home.
Dairy-covered spoons. All right, Teddy wants to know, what's been your favorite episode of season 8 so far? Brooke losing the ring or thinking she lost the whole bachelorette party. Come on.
I love The Bachelorette.
Same.
It's the best.
Easy. Gigi wants to know, what is the strangest purchase you've made or almost made? That's a terrific question.
Ooh,
I want answers.
I recently... it was late. I was tired. This is not a new desire, but I did come so close to an in the middle of the night order for something, which for a sweater is okay. You can go, oops, and try it on and send it back. You guys, I came so close to placing an order for a miniature pony. like a week ago.
Oh my gosh. Why didn't you get one?
I want mini horses so bad.
Oh, you travel too much.
You're the busiest person I know.
I know. And this
Yeah.
is why. This is why I was like, it's just not time yet. I need a few more years. But you guys, it's my dream. It's my dream. It's my dream. And I was
Okay.
like, maybe it's time. Maybe I just have to do it. You know? And then I was like, no, a living creature is not a field of dreams metaphor. I got to wait.
Fair.
I don't
That is
know.
a very strange purchase. That was a terrific answer. What do you?
Thank
Good luck
you.
following that. Joy. What do you
I
got?
can't. I really don't. I don't know what's weird that I buy or that I've bought.
Tell us about that sweater you're wearing, Joy.
This sweater is from C, New York.
It's actually an awesome sweater.
Thank you. I love it.
You're like, I did order it at 1 a.m,
Yes.
but I didn't return it.
Correct. Yeah, I'm sure there's stuff in my garage that's just random. Like, I wouldn't say it's anything that's super strange though, or like a really. Did I ever buy like some sort of taxidermy? No, almost, I guess. But taxidermy's cool. It's not strange to me. I think it's really amazing if it's done well. I mean, creepy taxidermy is creepy and strange. I don't know, guys. I'm babbling. Rob, what do
Okay.
you have?
So when I was on One Tree Hill, it was really when I discovered just how easy it was to binge shop on Amazon and eBay. And so I would remember, like, you'd go into the production office and there'd be like 25 boxes lying on the ground, and they'd all be mine. One, because it would be the same thing. I'd be like, I'm just going to stay up late and just order random stuff. And one of the weirder things I remember, there's probably something behind this, but I can get hyper fixated on something where it's like something interests me. I am obsessed with it for like 4 days to 4 weeks. And then I'm just like, okay, cool. And it's like it never happened. And one of the things I was buying were badges from different government agencies. So like I had a badge from like the FBI, the Department of Defense. It was like I don't know what I was planning on doing with them, but like I remember when I finally moved back from Wilmington, I had a legit duffel bag like full of badges.
What? You don't remember what you were planning to do with these?
No.
Just costume stuff? Like just so you could play practical jokes on people and go out and be like, FBI, you're going to have to let us search the premises.
You'd think.
It does feel worth mentioning that depending on the state, I can't promise where it's classified as which, but it can be, I believe, a felony to impersonate a law enforcement officer in any version of said costume. So just my
careful.
friend, know that.
I don't have them anymore, but
Okay,
yes,
great.
thank
I'm
you.
so glad.
That's good.
That's a good thing. And it's actually insane to me that you can buy those things online, knowing that that's against the law. But anywho,
Yeah, that's wild.
I'm so glad you never got arrested.
I know, right? Ooh, phew.
Evelyn wants to know the biggest celebrity you were starstruck by that you got to work with on any of your movies or shows.
No, I don't get starstruck very often. Broadway people do, but I never I remember running into this woman named Rebecca Luker on the subway once in New York, and I was and I sat next to Mandy Patinkin when I went to go see Gladiator, and I sat down in the movie theater, and he and his son sat down next to me, and he was just right there next to me, and I was like, oh my God, I'm watching Gladiator with Mandy Patinkin. This is crazy. I didn't work with any of that. Candace Bergen I worked with. That was pretty exciting. She's
Murphy Brown herself.
Oh,
Murphy
man.
Brown.
What a legend.
She's a legend, man.
I did have a weird experience a few years ago. I worked on this really beautiful little movie called Hard Luck Love Song. And RZA was in our movie.
Cool.
And like growing up such a rap fan in that 90s era, especially, like he got to set and I just was like, I remember having a moment being like, shut the up, Sophia. Like, just stop. Take a breath. Don't try to make small talk when your adrenaline is like spiking. You're being so weird. Like, I knew I could feel myself being like, so how was your day? What? Shit. Like, it was just so, I couldn't get words out in the right order. And I was like, I'm going to go to Crafty. And I went and made myself a coffee. And I was like, don't try to talk to this man about like all the music he's made that you die for. Just don't. Ask him how his day was when you're going to stop being less creepy. Just stop. So yeah, that's usually what happens to me when I'm like very excited to meet someone. I just realize I'm the weirdest, most uncomfortable version of myself. And then I have to put myself in a timeout.
Timeout.
I have to, it's a self-inflicted timeout.
That's good.
Mine outside of work was Henry Winkler. I saw him at a convention, and sort of like you, I think I tried to put a sentence together and was like, I just think you're great. And then I held my arms out and was like, can we hug? And he was like, absolutely. And he gave me a hug.
Sweet.
So he was every bit as wonderful and warm as you would hope him to be. That I actually worked with. I wouldn't say overly starstruck, but when I got to work with Steven Weber, because I grew up watching Wings.
Oh, he's great.
And he's wonderful. I remember the first time we were in a scene together and he was making these like crazy big choices that were great. I just wasn't expecting. And I had that moment though of I was no longer participating in the scene. I was just sitting in my body going, holy shit. Steven Weber's actually saying this to me. We're in a scene together. This is weird. And then had to like check back in, to my body.
Yeah. You're like, oh no, I'm on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
I did something really embarrassing a few summers ago when I was doing my show in the West End. I'd gone to eat afterward, as I often did. Because, you get out late and like you're wired. No way you're going to go to sleep.
Yeah.
So who doesn't need a little snack? And I'm sitting at a restaurant I frequented with a couple of friends who happened to be in town. And Kate Blanchett comes into the restaurant to a six top and sits at the table next to us. And I leave my body. I too am on the ceiling. I am like, at one point, my friend Charlie was like, hello. And I was like, I'm so sorry, you're talking to me. And I couldn't say why I was being insane because she was, 46 inches from my shoulder. And we got up and we go to leave the restaurant and I grab Charlie by his elbow and I'm like, you don't understand. I'm freaking out. And he was like, oh man, it's so cool. And Charlie's like this cool Australian guy. He's married to like beautiful, amazing, big deal musician. And I'm like, I think I have to go back. And Charlie looks at me and goes, no, Soph, don't go back. And before I knew what was happening to me, it was like someone was pulling me on cables backwards into the area of the restaurant we'd just left. And I felt myself turn around and look at her and go, I'm so sorry to do this. And I was like, this is what people know.
Yeah.
Oh no. I lost control of my facilities. And I said, I really don't want to bother you. I just want to say, actor to actor, you've absolutely influenced and changed my life. And I just want to say thank you. And she was like, well, aren't you so kind? Reached out, shook my hand. What's your name? I was like, I don't know my name. No, I actually I did introduce myself. I said, oh, hi, I'm Sophia. She said, what are you doing in London? I said, oh, I'm doing a play. And she said, oh, the West End, in her little accent. Fabulous. And I was like, yeah. I said, I've taken too much of your time. Thank you so much. And ran out of the restaurant. And there's Charlie and my three other friends. Charlie's got his arms crossed and he goes, you went back. And I said, sure did. Shame me for it for the rest of my life. We're leaving. And it was quite a moment. And wow, my cheeks are so red. Hi, guy.
They say never meet your heroes, but if your hero is Kate Blanchett, might be worth meeting her.
She's like pretty much just the coolest person I've ever shared oxygen with. So that was really neat.
Oh, friends, you never know what's going to happen here on the Q&A.
You never know.
Everything from strange Amazon orders to Kate Blanchett. Everything in between. Well, we can't wait to hear your questions for next time. So send them on in. And thanks for joining us.
Yeah. And Kate Blanchett, I'm sure you're listening. If you are listening to this episode, just shoot Sophia a DM and just let her know if you remember that exchange.
Mm-hmm. She were wearing pink frame aviator eyeglasses, not sunglasses. Deeply cool.
I'm sure she remembers. It was a big night for her too.
I'm a normal girl, obviously. Bye. Gotta go.
Bye. Hey, thanks for listening.
Don't forget to leave us a review. You can also follow us on Instagram at Drama Queens OTH.
Or email us at dramaqueens@iheartradio.com. See you next time.
We're all about that high school drama girl, all about them high school queens. We'll take you for a ride in our comic girl, cheering for the right team.